Hello. I'm going to talk about GLP-1s, or glucose-like peptide 1. This is a naturally occurring hormone in the body. It stimulates the pancreas to release insulin, which lowers your blood sugar. It slows gastric emptying, which can promote satiety. So it gives you a feeling of fullness. It can lower your blood sugar. Ultimately, this can promote weight loss. This is a good thing until it's not. Ozempic is something that has been more popular this past year. I think it's going to be even more popular this upcoming year, and GLP-1s in general are going to become more popular. And I think that there will be better options. Ozempic is not a good option, in my opinion. There are many long-term side effects. Please don't take Ozempic. Please don't do it. Allulose actually stimulates GLP-1. And if you've ever taken any large quantity of allulose, it definitely gives you that feeling of fullness. Sometimes it can cause people pain if they do too much. That's because it really, really slows the gastric emptying. I really just wanted to make a video on the topic of GLP-1s. So these GLP-1s, antagonists. So what they actually do is they bind to the GLP-1 receptors on the pancreas and in the brain. They do what the GLP-1 hormone does in the body. Lowers glucose by increasing insulin, delays stomach emptying, and as it's kind of like a magic trick. And yes, that can help promote weight loss because it's going to get someone into caloric restriction without them feeling restricted, because it's like a false feeling of fullness, kind of like how caffeine can blunt your appetite. It's a Band-Aid. It's a false feeling. Caffeine makes you feel awake when you can actually be needing sleep. It blocks your adenosine receptors. So in a way, it works until it doesn't. And I personally feel nervous about these because so many people focus on losing weight and not just losing fat and building muscle. And that's what I want people to focus on. You can lose a ton of weight on the scale. And if you don't care about maintaining your lean mass or your skeletal mass, you'll lose even more weight on the scale. That's why the number, to me, it should matter less and less. The more that you continue to heal, that number should actually change less and less, because you should be building muscle. You should be maintaining muscle. Some people rebuild bone. Some people, their organs need to grow and heal. I was that person for a while. When people are taking GLP-1s to lose weight, what happens is they're just not eating enough. So unless these individuals are extremely intentional about hitting their protein goals, it makes me nervous. They're going to be losing lean mass. And then we just have more sick people. And then what do you do when you stop taking it? You know, what do you do when your appetite comes back and you have to start eating more food? You can only eat in a deficit for so long. Whatever you do for about 6 weeks, your body adapts to. So if someone is in a 200 calorie energy deficit or whatever, we don't have to quantify it with calories. If someone's in an energy deficit, their body will downregulate and adapt if they stay there for 6 weeks. This is what research shows us. So if you downregulate and then you start eating more when you stop taking these drugs, you're going to pack on the pounds. And not only will you have lost weight, but you will have successfully downregulated your thyroid, your sex hormones, your metabolism. My point is that this is not sustainable. What makes it better than any other weight loss Band-Aid or hack, like, you know, taking green tea, stimulant pills, or drinking a ton of caffeine? You know, these are things that you're kind of shooting yourself in the foot because it's not sustainable. So GLP-1s are really cool. They're interesting. They can be used to someone's advantage, especially if they're in a cut or they're in, a specified amount of time where they are in a deficit. I get that. I did that. After pregnancy, I put myself in a very small deficit and switched up the style of training that I did just to because I wanted to see my abs again, and I saw them. And I see them now, and I'm excited, and I'm healthy. And that was cool. But then I was like, all right, I'm done. I don't want to be in a deficit. And I did a reverse diet, which is where you just get yourself back to maintenance, but you keep the results. And that's sustainable. So my point is that you should be targeted with your weight loss goals. And anytime you go into a weight loss season, please be intentional about getting what your body needs. Be filling up on the most nutrient-dense foods. I would eat red meat every single day. I would be taking a liver supplement if you're not eating liver, organ meats, the most nutrient-dense foods on the planet. Make sure you're getting all your minerals and electrolytes. And make sure you're getting 1 gram of protein per pound of desired body weight. So that's my take on GLP-1s. Ozempic has too many long-term side effects. I think we're going to have many more options these next 2, 3, 4, 5 years, unless Jesus comes back before then, which he might. Be intentional. When you are on a fat loss journey, I want you to lose fat and not muscle, because I want it to be sustainable. And if you lose your muscle, I promise you're not doing yourself any favors. I don't care if that number goes down quicker. I don't care what size jeans you get to fit into. If you have lost your lean mass, it's not a win. That's not a good thing. I think that's all.